Boop, 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 boop. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody that's tuning in, watching this playback, coming in here live? It's your boy Zoe with 08SEP23 Dfs here for what we are all waiting for, what we have all been dreaming on. A nice big 5-game WNBA slate. We're coming down to the end of the season, and you know what? I'm so glad. Football's back. Decent football game last night. NBA's right around the corner. WNBA, they wrapping it up. Life is good. Times are good. If you guys are new here, you guys have not done so already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content that we pumping out. Because like I said, all those other sports are coming back. All those other sports are starting, and we're pumping out content for all those things. Hopefully you guys got to tune in yesterday and watch me and my boy Josh, who was up here talking about the NFL. We gave out some pretty decent props and some pretty decent plays if you guys were playing the showdown slate. I know that the cores that I put out yesterday cashed on both sites, FanDuel and on DraftKings. And I know some of the props that we put out as well, that those also did cash. So hopefully you guys did make some money on some of the stuff that we dropped yesterday for you guys for that showdown slate for the NFL. We will be back again to go over the big slate on Sunday and give you guys some tips and tricks for that as well, and some prop plays as the boards continue to fill up and drop for that. But we're not here to talk football. We're here to talk NBA, WNBA specifically. As I said, we got a big 5-game slate. If you guys are not following WNBA, it's literally 2 days left. Today, there's no games tomorrow, and then all the teams play on Sunday. And then the playoffs, they start next week. We're right there. We are right there at the end of the season. So if you guys have not tapped in, man, I don't know why you waited till the end of the season to be able to come and tap into this stuff. I don't know. What's going on, Ace? What's up, man? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am kind of trying to kill time. BK, he is joining me for today's show. You know, I cannot go over a big 5-game slate without having the brother, without having my boy on the show to help me break this down. But even though he's not here, I'm still gonna go ahead and do a little bit of the little housekeeping things that we got to go ahead and get through and get down. Starting with none other than the injury report lineup review for the day over here on RotoWire. If you guys don't have an account, it's free. Just go over here. You guys can see all the injury updates and news. They will put this stuff out here for you. You can see the projected starting lineups as those things drop as well. All right, so starting with the Atlanta Dream taking on the Washington Mystics, should be a decent game, interesting game nonetheless. We do have no news for the Atlanta Dream. Everyone is good for them. But over here on the Washington Mystics side, we do have some things that we got to watch out for, such as Shakira Austin. She is out again. I want to say this will be either her second or third game that she's missing now with that hip. Looks like that hip that she injured earlier in the season is bothering her once again. And also Ariel Atkins, she is probable for this game. So we might actually see Atkins back in action after missing a couple of games herself. That'll help this starting lineup solidify it for the defensive side. And honestly, this game, both of these teams, they actually have something to play for in this matchup, unlike some of these other teams. Going over to the Fever, taking on the Connecticut Sun, Lexi Hull and Wallace, both of them, I expect them to be out. Do not expect Wallace to play here again, but definitely keep your eye on that. With Wallace being out, we saw Victoria Vivian be slid into the starting lineup. I would expect much of the same again here today. If Wallace was to miss, we should see Vivian's back into that starting lineup again. Over here on the Sun side, right now they got Carrington as a possible game time decision. Let me check something real quick because I hadn't seen anything on Carrington when I was looking at stuff earlier. Carrington, her foot, she is probable. So we might actually get Carrington back. That means maybe less minutes for someone like Taisha Harris or something like that, but that's not really too much to worry about. We really just want to worry about the MVP candidate, Alyssa Thomas, in this matchup right here, because what she did, that triple-double last game, amazing. That was crazy. And the Sparks, I got to actually hand it to the Sparks in that game playing against the Sun. With only 7 to 8 people playing in that game, they did their thing actually keeping that game close and playing just like they did going up against New York last night. They kept that game close. And a lot of people had that blowout. They went up against 2 of the top teams in the league, and they kept it close without their best player out there playing with them. They did their thing. Hats off to them. All right, probably my favorite game of the slate. If you guys looked at the thumbnail, you see who it is, and if you guys don't recognize her, that is Jewel Lloyd. In there looking like an Aphrodite princess or something like that, like an Aztec warrior sitting up there. But it is Jewel Lloyd and the Storm taking on my Dallas Wings, who more than likely will probably drop another game because that's just us. But the Storm, of course, they have nothing to play for except for Jewel Lloyd. She can play for that scoring title. She already passed Diana Taurasi, and you have Brianna Stewart, who's kind of just a little bit ahead of her. So a little interesting narrative streak, but nonetheless, going up against Dallas Wings, who give up and bleed points to opposing point guards and everything, if it has a pulse on the court. For the Storm, still without Gabby Williams. For Dallas Wings, Dangerfield, she is a game-time decision for this game. DeShields, Lopez, they've been out all season. I don't know why they just don't go ahead and just say, hey, they're going to miss the whole season. I don't know why we haven't just put that out yet. For the Minnesota Lynx, taking on the Sky, they are still without Lindsay Allen, Jessica Shepard. She was ruled out yesterday, so we will see Dorka inserted into the starting lineup again for them, and then the same old starters with them. Tiffany Mitchell, Kayla McBride, and Fee will round out that starting lineup. For the Chicago Sky, they have no one on their injury report, which is a good thing. Good to see that actually for them. Over here, last game, and I hate that this has to be the last game on the slate. It is the Las Vegas Aces taking on the Phoenix Mercury. I wish we could have got a better last game, but nonetheless, for the Las Vegas Aces, of course, Candace Parker, she is out, more likely out for the whole season and probably for the playoffs for them. And then for the Phoenix Mercury, right now, I know that Shea Petty's out, Diana Taurasi's out, and I want to say they signed somebody or something like that, but she is like a probable game time decision, but I don't think that she's playing either. I want to say that Cunningham, she wasn't on injury report yesterday, so she should be actually back from that from that hit that she took, so she should be back to help give some more guard depth for them, but I would still expect Mariah Jefferson, Shook Sutton to round out the starting lineup, Cunningham to start and possibly replace Onion Wnba in that starting lineup. Onion coming back off the bench. That was what I would expect for them in this line. All right. Going over to DraftKings, the site that we play the most on, the site that I will be putting a lot of my NFL, college football, and WNBA content and NBA content when that comes back up over here. If you guys do not have a DraftKings account, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on the King. Like I said, I was trying to wait for BK. He told me he was going to be coming in and joining. I'm going to give him a quick little second to join. I see that we got 6 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the content. You guys are excited to see this pretty big slate. I will admit that I'm a little disappointed in DraftKings because you have a big 5-game slate, but it's only $5K up top to first in this $15K fadeaway. I definitely feel like we should have at least gotten maybe another $10K because honestly, those contests, they just dwindled and they went away. I have not seen a $10K unless it was for a showdown slate, which is really sad because we really should be getting at least a 10 or maybe a 15K for a big contest like this. Really hope DraftKings does something nice for the Sunday slate, considering that all 12 teams will be playing on Sunday. Yeah, all teams will be playing on Sunday, so it'll be 6 games on Sunday. So I really do hope that they do right on the Sunday slate and we get a big slate. Unfortunately, it is the same time as football, so I don't know how they're going to do that, but hopefully we get a decent slate and decent prize pools and stuff like that for that on Sunday. But yeah, if you guys don't got an account, check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on the King. All right. Trying to see where BK is at. 1 second. Where you at, my boy? All right. So while we're waiting for BK, if anyone has any questions or something like that, or something that they want to talk about, you guys can drop that down in the comment section. I'm going to slowly but surely go ahead and start going over this breakdown and start going over things while I wait for him to join in with me. But nonetheless, I guess we will go ahead and we'll get this thing started. Started with the first game on the slate. We got the Atlanta Dream taking on the Washington Mystics. Like I said, both of these teams, and I will pull up the conference standing. WNBA. I'll pull this up. Both of these teams, they're sitting like right in the middle of the pack for each other in regards to standing wise. Pull that up right here for you guys. All right, so everyone that has an X, they've already clinched their spots. The Sky and the Sparks, the 2 teams that still have it out that can actually clinch something. So there's only 1 slot left in all actuality. 1 slot. The Sparks, them honestly losing their last 2 games, not having that go really kind of hurt them quite a bit. Luckily for the Sparks and for the Sky, they each have I want to say 2 games left. So be interesting to see how this is going to pan out and play out. The Sky will play tonight, so they definitely will want to win their game. Which the Sky, they're going up against the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx, they've already clinched their spot. Granted, sitting at 500. Maybe we can still see a decent game out of the Lynx. I doubt that they want to lose. They can definitely have a chance to jump over the Dallas Wings because they did beat Dallas, I want to say 2-1 on the season. I don't believe that we're tied, so they can actually jump up to this 4th seed spot if they want to, and actually clear Dallas. So they actually have something to play for themselves as well. But I know for sure the Sky, to go ahead and make sure that they clinch that playoff spot, that they're going to need to go ahead and win outright, because the Sparks, if I'm not mistaken, I know BK, he knows this one for a fact because he's a Sky fan, but I'm pretty sure that the Sparks have the tiebreaker between the Sky. So if both of these teams end up with the same record, so say the Sky, they lose tonight, on Sunday, that's going to mean a lot to both of these two teams right here, specifically for who's going to make the playoffs. So definitely, I would expect the Sky to come out with their A game and try to win on today's slate for a fact. Like I said, the Lynx, they got a chance to actually jump up the Dallas Wings. That's for sure. These two teams, the Dream and the Washington Mystics, they're tied in the standings right now, of course, with each team having 2 games left. So, of course, these two, they have something to play for tonight on the slate. Like I said earlier, the Aces, they really don't have too much to play for, unless if they lose out on this game, then they'll be tied with the New York Liberty. And then on Sunday, that'll depend who's going to get the 1 seed. So, of course, as you know, New York, they definitely have a chance to still get that 1 seed as well if they've been playing. And then the Connecticut Sun, they really are the one team that actually has nothing to play for in this position spot. But still would be interesting to see how they attack. They honestly have not been resting their players except for like Wnba Dfs. But AT, she's still playing a shit ton of minutes, still out there controlling the offense and doing everything that she does. So I really kind of wouldn't expect any hampering or any minute type limitations for them or anything like that. Maybe on Sunday we would worry more about that for someone like AT. But I wouldn't say it on tonight. She's a hooper. She likes to play. But definitely, just looking at that, some of the teams that or games that we really would want to target, definitely going to be this Storm and Dallas game, really for the Dallas side, because they have something to play for. Storm, they have some narrative, especially with Jewel Lloyd, her being able to go for the scoring title for the season. For the Atlanta Dream, Washington Mystics, both of these two teams, they have something to play for, so we definitely want to target these two right here. And the Minnesota Lynx and Chicago Sky, they have something to play for actually as well. Really, the Fever, they're out. They really are just playing for some players playing for contracts, some players playing to, get a better spot on a different team. And then, of course, the rookie, Aaliyah Boston, she's already had a pretty good season. She got something to play for, just to play for. She's pretty much got tied up a rookie of the year. She doesn't have to really do too much more in this position spot. Las Vegas Aces, they're definitely going to want to win out going up against the Phoenix Mercury because, like I said, you have the New York Liberty yapping at their heels. So that right there, they could lose the number 1 seed if they were to take an L against the Phoenix Mercury, which I could not imagine that, but didn't expect the Sparks to hang in there last night with New York, and that happened. And then for the Phoenix Mercury, of course, they are eliminated. They're out. They need to go into rebuild mode anyway. They have nothing to play for. So hopefully you guys followed all that right there. Looking at the totals that we got for tonight, this Dallas Wings and the Seattle game, that, of course, has the highest total on the slate. That's what I'm saying. I definitely do want to target this game. I don't know why they have Dallas as 10-point favorites. We should not be 10-point favorites. The way that this team has been playing, they're not 10-point favorite worthy. Be very honest. Very, very honest for that one. Very honest. And then the second highest total is going to be the Las Vegas Aces and Phoenix Mercury. Unfortunately, of course, 18-point spread in favor of the Aces. Minnesota Lynx and Chicago Sky. That would be the next highest total. And then the Washington Mystics and Atlanta Dream. That one right there. So pretty decent totals. Of course, this Fever and Connecticut Sun game. That one is a so. You up early, fam? Board not even up yet. I'm up because your boy has to go to work this afternoon, so I got to get these things out. I don't know what they're sleeping on. It's a 5-game slate. You would think that they would have the stuff up already. If I'm not mistaken, Underdog has some props up earlier on the day, last night actually. They were dropping more than just points. Yeah, Underdog has already been releasing their stuff. They have points, rebounds up for quite a few of their players already on the site. I know that these sites are sleeping. We got some assist props as well over here. Courtney Williams, 6 assists. But yeah, no. I can't wait all day for the board to drop. I got to go ahead and I got to start getting stuff out because besides WNBA today, I got college football. It's a 2-game slate for college football, playing that as well. So, you can't sleep when there's some money to be made. And then it's Flex Friday. That's what I'm saying. Why are they holding the props captive for the WNBA? It's Flex Friday. We want to go ahead and get these flex plays in so we can go ahead and rob them of their money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then for the DFS side, luckily for me, I don't gotta wait for all the props and stuff to load up. Everything's already loaded the night before, so I can actually go ahead and break down stuff and look at everything already now. I don't gotta wait for all that crap. So that's what I'm gonna actually go ahead and do. All right, starting with the first game, we got the Atlanta Dream taking on the Washington Mystics. As I call out things, write them down if you guys are thinking of them for a possible prop. Let me know if the rest of the board drops on Prize Picks. I've been refreshing on my other screen, but it still just only has points up. So if anyone can drop that in the chat, if they actually go ahead and drop the rest of the board, that would be nice. And hopefully BK, he will join in shortly, so he can give his take. I know that he was getting his notes and stuff together for the stream, but yeah. Money don't sleep, so we gotta go ahead and get this thing started. But yeah, man, typical Prize Picks, bro. I don't know. They be so quick to take your money. I promise you, man. That NFL game ended at like what? Close around midnight, a little bit after midnight. Boy, them things was red line 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes later. Done. It was like, yep, gotcha. Got him. Took that money quick. All right, for the Atlanta Dream taking on the Washington Mystics, some players that I definitely want to have an eye out on. We already know it really just start with the main three, which is going to be Alicia Gay, Ryan, and Cheyenne Parker. The one thing I will say about Ryan is that she left that last game with an apparent ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. I know she left with an injury, but I'm pretty sure it was her ankle. Came back in, still played, 32 minutes, dropped 28.5 fantasy points. I'm a little hesitant to go back to her, especially if she is dealing with injury. Last time she played going up against the Washington Mystics, she played 30 minutes and gave us 30.25 fantasy points. I really do have more interest in Cheyenne Parker, considering, again, you have backup centers trying to go out here and play. You're going to be playing going up against the Tina Hawkins, Misha Hines-Allen, Elena Deladon, those things like that. Still, she's a beast, a force on the glass and everything of the sorts. 26 minutes, she dropped 24.25 fantasy points. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And the way that they've been going to her, using her over her past several games, if you look at it, 4 out of the last 5 games, she dropped over 35 fantasy points. Definitely something I'm going to want to go to on the slate. Pay down option at the center position, considering that we are fully loaded at the spot today. 10K and up. It is a plethora of players that we can go to and pick from. And so we're going to have to make some choices and some options right there, especially when you have Alyssa Thomas, Fee, and AT as solid options that you can go to up here in the top tier. Some of these mid-tier ones, they're going to be lost and forgotten on the slate. But Cheyenne Parker, definitely feel like you can go to her. And if you don't want to go to Cheyenne, this will probably be the one and only time I will ever, and I can't even believe, and I'm going to say it, recommend Billings. Billings, after what I saw that girl do in the last game, I'm going to give her a sliver of a chance. A sliver. I'm not going to say I'm going to have her in every single lineup if I was to make multiple lineups today, but I will have her in a player pool as a possibility to possibly play. 33 minutes in that last game out going up against the Storm. She dropped 41.5 fantasy points. Now, keep that in mind. The Storm, what she dropped, and think about the player that's going to be playing against them later on. Think about the player that's going to be playing against the Storm today, and you guys should know who my favorite player on today's slate is going to be, just from that stat line right there. But Billings, don't mind going to her as a buy low option, something that you can get from this Atlanta Dream team. And then if you're not trying to mess with either one of those, you can also go to Alicia Gray, a decent option right here. Last time that she played going up against Washington, she played 37 minutes, dropped 41.75 fantasy points with 27 real life points. I want to say, did she fall out of that game? No, she only had 6 turnovers. So if she didn't have these 6 turnovers, she would have put up more fantasy points in this position and spot anyway. Definitely an option that you can always go to. And she's sitting at 8-4. If we're dealing with a hampered Ryan Howard, I would love to just drop down to Alicia Gray. That is the perfect way. I've always loved playing Alicia Gray over Ryan anyway for the season, and that's not going to change here today. Definitely feel like that's a spot we can go to on the slate. Dan Robinson, Ari McDonald, not players that I'm really too interested in going to on the slate. I want to say I actually saw something about Ari McDonald being out today, but I couldn't find that news. I must have been dreaming of some shit about that. But Ari McDonald, Hillman, Haley Jones, none of these players really interest me. They're not going to get enough run. I don't feel like inside this position spot. Ari, she's just way too expensive at 6'2". Danielle, 6'5". Production is not really there for her to do too much. If anything, I'm going to pay for a guard. It's going to be Alicia Gray, Haley Jones, Durr, Rupert. None of these players, they interest me. It's not a showdown slate. I don't feel like we have to get that cute on the slate if we're looking for some type of value. I don't think that's needed here in this position of spot. Now, going over to the Washington Mystics side, we have Sykes, Lindell, Cloud, Hawkins, and Atkins. Like I said, Atkins, she is a game time decision. She is probable for today's game. With the nose, we're probably going to get mask Atkins out here on the slate. So that'll be interesting if she actually does play in this game. Let's see if she played in that game against Atlanta. 29 minutes, she dropped 20.75. 26 minutes, she dropped 34.25. Coming back from injury, which was to her face. I don't think that should deal with her conditioning or anything like that. So she should at least possibly see her full allotment of minutes. That should not be an issue for her in this spot. So hopefully that won't be anything wrong with that. But With Atkins being back, that's going to take a hit for players like SWK. I'm not going to be really too interested in that. Even though Tolliver, she's going to be out. I really don't even know why the hell Tolliver was playing for this season anyway. That's just ridiculous. That might take a couple of shots away from Sykes and Cloud, but we've seen that Sykes, she actually has played better with Atkins being out there. And I actually do legit like Sykes on the slate. She's sitting at 10K. I'm not going to lie. I would rather pay up for a Jewel Lloyd or an Enrique in this spot. But if you want to get different, you can definitely come down and pay for someone like a Sykes, who we know has been a usage monster and everything. And 34 minutes in that last game going up against the Atlanta Dream, she dropped 40.5 fantasy points. If you look over here on Line Star as well, Sykes, where you at, Sykes? Sykes, the Atlanta Dream, they're giving up 37 fantasy points per game to opposing forward one starters, which is a small forward position. Definitely Sykes, she has a spot where she can actually do this. And like I said, she dropped 40.5 fantasy points in that last game going up against them. So definitely a good spot to go to Sykes. Elena Delle Donne sitting here at the 9-1. Her price has finally come up. She's out of that 8K range. I will say it's teetering on whether or not if I actually want to play her in this position spot. I feel like when you're going up against some aggressive players in that the likes of Billings or Cheyenne Parker, who can be pretty physical out there, I'm not too sure if I want to mess with that. I'm going to be very honest. The only thing that has me still interested in her is the fact that in the 2 games that she did play going up against them earlier in the season, keep in mind, earlier in the season, on the 28th and the 30th of June, she dropped 43.25 and 37.75 fantasy points, 1 in 26 and 1 in 34 minutes. That is the only thing that has me just a little bit interested. I know her usage will be there. They're trying to position for the playoffs, so definitely a game where EDD should have to show up at 9-1 if you want to get different again at the forward position and not pay up for some of these other big name forwards. You definitely have an option to come down here to an Elena Delle Donne, who's sitting at 9-1, stands between Atlanta Smith, who no one's going to play, Dorka, who's priced way too much on a slate at 8-9, going up against the Sky, and Tierra McCowan, who's at 9-2, who no one plays anyway. So definitely a way for you to come down, get a little different. I guarantee you EDD will be sub 15% owned on today's slate, which she doesn't need to be. She definitely has the ceiling to go out there and get you at least a 35 to 40 fantasy point type game on the spot. Tina Hawkins, I would have interest, but she's been splitting time with Misha Hines-Allen. And between the two, I would rather come down and play Misha Hines-Allen, who's sitting at 6'4". In the 2 games that she has played since Austin has been out, 22 and 20 minutes, she has went out there and dropped 27 and 28 fantasy points. That's some really good fantasy point per minute production. She's stuffing the stat sheet in all the other areas, even though she's not scoring. Definitely, I would consider going to her. If you're not going to pay up for a Elena Delle Donne, definitely can come out here to something I would consider value for the Mystic side would be coming out here and playing Misha Hines-Allen in this position and spot. Definitely don't mind that. As far as Cloud, Sykes, like I said, if I got to go between the two, I would take Sykes. Cloud, just a little bit iffy. Don't really feel like this is necessarily a Cloud game where Cloud is going to have to pop off or go out there and do a shit ton. The last time she played going up against them, she played 31 minutes, gave us 21.5 fantasy points, shot 2 of 11. So she was in one of her shooting slumps. I know that last game when she went out there, she dropped. All right, BK said he will be joining in shortly. So, anyway, so Cloud, don't necessarily feel like you have to go to it right there on the spot. Definitely something that you can, but just a little interesting. Couple of plays that I do like from that game. Going over to the Indiana Fever, taking on the Connecticut Sun. Let's see, price picks. We got any props? Nope. Well, since I'm trying to kill time anyway until BK gets here, let's look at the Atlanta Dream, if they got any Dream props up. So we got Alicia Gray, Cheyenne Parker, Daniel Robinson, Ryan Howard as possible props. If I am going to take any props, I will tell you right now, one prop that has been pretty much money and printing money throughout the season. Look at Alicia Gray whenever they drop her first half PRA. That has been money as long as it's sitting around. As long as it's sitting around 11.5 to 12.5, between that range, I will take the over on that. So first half for Alicia Gray. That one I do love. That one, even though I can't see it up on the board yet, I still would take the over on that. Right now, they got her points sitting at 8.5. She's been very consistent in regards to scoring, but she does quite a bit because she also is rebounding and she also is getting some assists as well. But if you guys know, first half of the games is normally whenever she is actually kind of popping off and going off. And sometimes just like Ryan dies out in the second half. So definitely would be a prop I would look at would be Gray first half PRA. Definitely something to look at and consider. Everyone else, let's see, they got Cheyenne Parker. She's sitting here at 17.5. Woo, that's a bit much. Definitely would probably look at a Cheyenne Parker field goals made prop whenever that actually drops. If it's sitting around like her 4.55 field goals made, I don't hate even considering that. Actually, looking over on Line Star, let's look at Parker. Miss Parker. Parker going up against Washington Mystics. Let's see. Field goals made 4, 3, 10. 10, 3. So these two games really didn't play her minutes. That was back in June, July. Washington's given up 5 field goals to opposing centers. I still do have some interest, even though she hasn't necessarily hit a 4-point, gone for 5 in both of them. But Parker, field goals made would definitely be another one. I'm writing these down as I go, so that way I can be able to go back and check them whenever they actually do upload the props for the day. But those are 2 props that I would at least consider from the Atlanta Dream side, if I'm looking at anything. And then from the Washington Mystics side, of course, unfortunately, we're just playing by ear, seeing if we can get anything. I wish that I can trust Natasha Cloud to actually go out here and get some fucking assists. But I swear, every time I take her, she cannot go over 5.5 assists. I don't take her, she's fucking getting 7, 6, 8 assists, and it's ridiculous. 4 assists, 6 assists, 7 assists. So she's cleared that 5.5, 6 mark 2 out of the 3 games that she's played. Like I said, 10 assists in that last game against the Phoenix Mercury. Just fucking frustrating. If anything, I'll take what's her name? I'll take Chelsea Gray in that game later on today against the Phoenix Mercury for her assist, especially if they put it at like a 7.5 or 8. I will take that for Chelsea Gray. Just going to go ahead and throw that out there for you guys. I do already like that. What the fuck? Fucking pen not working. Hey, even though they ain't got the props up, man, we can still do a little something to figure out everything, even without props being up, so we can pounce on them whenever they actually do get up. That's the best part. Damn, I'm trying to find a Lynn Deladon. All right, in her 2 games, she's kind of popped going up against them. 10 field goals made, 13 field goals made in those 2 games. She's not even playing the center position. I don't know why they got her listed as a center over here on Line Star. I kind of would want to take a rebound prop. If they still got it like at 4.5 or something like that, that might be decent, but I don't know. EDD, she's so shaky whenever she's out there. Brittany Sykes, really not gonna feel comfortable taking too much for Sykes, not with everyone being back and possible of EDD eating into it. She's gone 12, 15, 25 points. She hasn't even cleared the point prop that they have up for her. Let's see, steals in blocks. You could possibly look at, if they put her at 1.5 steals and blocks, that might be something to go to or look at for the slate. She's cleared at least 1.5 in every single game that she's played. Rebounds, that's iffy and shaky. Assist, nah, wouldn't even mess with that. Yeah, it would be definitely a steals and blocks would be something I would look at for Brittany Sykes, but nothing more beyond that. All right. So gave a couple of props that you guys can consider whenever the board actually drops. Still refreshing my prize picks as well, waiting for them to actually drop something, because this is ridiculous, man. You have a huge slate, and you don't got shit up, man. Same thing for underdog. This is actually kind of sad too, that you don't even have technically the full slate up over here as well. That's just beyond me. Beyond me. All right. Let's go on over to the Indiana Fever taking on the Connecticut Sun. I actually have some interest in Aaliyah Boston here in this matchup, in this spot. If you guys have not paid attention and noticed, granted, over the past couple games, she's been hit or miss, leveled. 4 out of the last 5 games, she dropped over 30 fantasy points in that last game against the Sky. 24 minutes, she only gave us 17 fantasy points. Really kind of don't know what happened in that game. I know it was a blowout game for the Fever because the Sky, they just kind of steamrolled them. Maria Marbury popped off. Courtney Williams, she did her thing. Clear Copper, she did all right. But nonetheless, new game, different team going up against the Sun. Like I said, there's no telling if they actually play their starters and play their people a full allotment of minutes. But I do like Boston because in the 3 games that she has played going up against the Sun, she has done bad. 31, 36, and 43 fantasy points. She's gotten better in every single game that she has played going up against them each time they played. Now, granted, this game on August 4th, that game was and should have been without Brianna Jones. Well, it was without Brianna Jones. Pretty sure Brianna Jones didn't go down until after May. So this one going up against Alyssa Thomas. Definitely, of course, like I said, she's not technically a center. She's out there trying to fill the center role and position. If Aaliyah Boston can go out here and dominate like what she did in that August 4th matchup, get her rebounds. See how many rebounds did she actually have in the game? She had 8 rebounds, 19 points. She got 3 steals, 1 block. Still a pretty good all-around game. Let's see if NaLyssa Smith played in that game because that definitely would have been a factor of why she was able to do what she did. Yeah, NaLyssa Smith didn't play in that game, but still do have some interest in her considering that Connecticut Sun, they still are giving up to opposing centers since they do not actually have a true center. I do have some interest in Boston, who's going to be in that mid-range of the higher echelon of the opposing fours on today's slate. Definitely a spot I would look to possibly playing wow. Okay. In 7 days. Definitely be something I would look at is possibly playing Leah Boston. Now, if you want to fade Boston and you want to get different, you can always come down to NaLyssa Smith and hope that she can continue to pop off and do what she does. She's been playing very well, scoring. Her scoring looks like it's back. She's taking her 3-point shots again. She's not passing up on them, but you already know she can stop the stat sheet as well because she can get her blocks, her steals, but she also rebounds as well because she vultures them, a lot of them from Leah Boston as well. But if Boston wants to get in foul trouble or Boston's just not feeling it, they decide to pull Boston, something like that. They have ran small with running NaLyssa at the center position, or they run Cannon. Either one of them, they rotate between that spot right there. Considering that she will technically be playing against a power forward in Alyssa Thomas, that shouldn't be a problem for NaLyssa Smith. As we've seen in the 2 games that she played going up against the Connecticut Sun, she didn't do bad. First game, 28 minutes, she only dropped 16 fantasy points. Second game, 13 minutes, 36 fantasy points. Definitely will be an interesting pivot down if you want to get different and crazy. I'm going to be very honest. Kelsey Mitchell, Erica Wheeler, Grace Berger, Victoria Vivians. I have no interest in not one of these players right here. I will say if I had to pick one, it would be Grace just because Grace is Grace. Grace has been getting the minutes. She's played 20-plus minutes in 4 out of her last 5 games. That's huge considering she is a rookie as well. Granted, maybe that last game against the Sky was just the fact due to the fact, that it was a blowout in that game, possibly. But still, nonetheless, we do know that she can stuff the stat sheet as well if she gets hot and going from scoring, but she's a playmaker because that is what she typically goes out there and looks to do, is to dish the rock and play some pretty hard defense. So if you want to take a chance on Grace in your GPPs, that would be fine, especially if Walls was to miss and Vivian is going to be slid back into the starting lineup again. Definitely something that you can do. But again, I do expect both Hall and Wallace to be out for the slate. So I really don't feel like you have to get too crazy with none of the cheapies down here. And like I said, I'm not too interested in Erica Wheeler or Kelsey Mitchell. I'm going to be very honest. This is biased because anytime I play these 2 mofos, they chalk me, they burn me, they fuck up my line, they fuck up my props. I'm not doing it today, god damn it. Going over to the Connecticut Sun on that side, you guys already know AT. If I guarantee one of 2 things are going to happen on today's slate. One, people are going to not play Alyssa Thomas because of how big of a slate it is, and you can get different and pay down for some of the other forwards that are in good spots, teams that actually have something to play for. But I will say this much. Alyssa Thomas is playing to get the MVP award. She's playing for MVP. In that last game that she just went out here and played, going up against the Sparks, mind you, shorthanded Sparks, 37 minutes, she dropped 80 fantasy points. But look at the game before that when she played New York Liberty. That was on a back-to-back is why she only played 26 minutes. I still think Alyssa Thomas minimal will play 30 minutes in a game. And in 30 minutes, she can still pop off, especially when you're going up against a team such as the Indiana Fever, who are not, they're not anybody. They're not. This will be the equivalent of playing against the Sparks, being shorthanded, going up against a very young team who can turn the ball over a shit ton, who have inexperienced forwards in both Alyssa Smith and Aaliyah Boston. It could be a battle. But then again, this could be a spot where we see Alyssa Thomas cherry pick a couple of steals, get her dishing her dimes to her wife out there in Bonner, getting those easy threes, those easy shots, going out there snagging some rebounds and stuff like that. Definitely would be a spot. I wouldn't be surprised if she actually went out there and did it. Now, when she's played going up against them, she's kind of been trending downward, not going up. 50, 45, and 35 fantasy points in the 3 games that she played. In that last game, she only played 31 minutes. In that game, it was 88-72. Pretty sure this game more than likely was possibly a blowout. So this is why I'm saying it gives you merit to, if you want to fade and get different on the slate, I definitely understand you can, because that is a hefty price to pay, that 12-3. But if you're going to fade Alyssa Thomas, you better be damn sure she is not going to get a triple-double today, and damn sure you got another player that's going to give you at least the decent floor of a 40 to 45 of what Alyssa Thomas can go out here and do on a night in, night out basis. That is what you're going to want to make sure you do. Ignoring this game, you're wanting a player that can at least go out here and get you that 40 to 50 fantasy points if you're going to fade AT on today's slate. Now, everyone's been warned. Don't nobody come and at me with the pitchforks and say, oh, she still went on here and dropped a triple-double. You said to fade her. No, I said make sure you get different. If you're gonna fade her, find something good. All right. Wnba Bonner, that price at 9.3. To be very honest and blunt, I'm not touching or playing that, simply just for the fact Bonner relies quite too much for me personally on scoring in order for her to get there. She's not really getting those peripheral stats such as the steals, the blocks, and things like that. Yeah, she has a block in 4 out of her last 5 games and at least a steal. But if the points are not there, as you can see looking at her fantasy score, she's not doing too much. Yes, she can get the rebounds, but going up against a team that actually rebounds pretty well with Alyssa Smith and a Aaliyah Boston down there, I don't see her being able to get that many rebounds. Looking at what she's done going up against them for the season, and those, I don't know why Bonner's listed as a guard, because this girl this is one of those things that pisses me off. Wnba Bonner is not a fucking point guard, and she is not a damn shooting guard. I don't know why she is listed as a damn guard. She is not a fucking guard. Girl ain't played guard since she's been in the damn league. Anyway, she's dropped 31, 16, and 22 fantasy points. So, like I said, definitely merit to fade her on the slate, just like I am. I just feel like the price is too much, and I can go to get some other guards that are in better spots. I can pay down for Gray, for Alicia Gray, for that price, and get the same upside as the Wnba Bonner. Tiffany Hayes, Allen, Heidemann, O&O. You definitely go to O&O, especially if you're feeling like AT is not going to have to play too many minutes, not going to have to do too much. If Carrington was to magically be ruled out, I wouldn't mind going to Taisha Harris here in this spot. Heidemann and Hayes, both GPP options, not anything that I feel like you have to hang your hat on and is a staple for today's game, because they're not. They really just truly are not staples that you have to have on today's slate at all whatsoever. All right. Let's see. Does Prize Picks have anything else? Let's refresh the board. Nope. Nothing but points still up. Let's see if Underdog actually has anything for this game. Let's see. We got Aaliyah Boston at 8.5 rebounds over here on Underdog. Boston going up against Liam. Please just go back to all. Connecticut Sun. She's had 8 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 9 rebounds. She's only going over 1 out of her 3 games. So, kind of iffy. Really want to fuck with that. I might actually take Alyssa Thomas, her assist. I'm looking over on Underdog, by the way, since they actually have everything up. Assist-wise, 8 assists, 7 assists, 6 assists. So her assists has definitely gotten better. And honestly, over her last 5 games, 14, 8, 8, 12. She is 4 out of her last 5 on her assist. I kind of don't mind Alyssa Thomas for those assists. I honestly could see another triple-double for today's slate, or at least a double-double, definitely being with the assist and points for AT on the slate. Definitely don't mind that. Wnba Bonner probably would actually take the under on her rebound, since that's all they have up. Tiffany Hayes, Heidemann, Rebecca Allen, not mess with any of those. All right, but that's over on Underdog. That's not Prize Picks. Prize Picks still does not have their shit up. So, yeah. All right. Next game we got on the slate, we got the Minnesota Lynx taking on the Chicago Sky. Just play fee. Like, that's just honest to God it. Just play fee. Looking at it, Fee, in 2 games that she's played going up against them, 34 and 45 fantasy points in 27 minutes. She dropped 45 fantasy points. That's a lot. That's crazy. Honestly, I don't feel like Elena Smith can contend and stop Collier. Elizabeth, she might be able to do a little something, but they cannot stop Fee. They're not going to be able to stop Fee in this matchup. This is definitely one of those matchups that she will go out there and should and will dominate. I see no reason why to fade a Fee here at all. At 11-8, she probably is going to be the best spend up option that we have up here in this higher echelon mark for the fours, because of course you got Alyssa Thomas and both Asia Wilson in possible blowout matchups that they shouldn't really be needed to go out here and do much. Only thing with Asia Wilson is that she just hasn't played in over a week. So she's got fresh legs and she can come out here and just go and dominate and drop 60, 70 plus, especially because since she hasn't played in XYZ amount of days. But Fee, between the two, I would love to go to Fee over AT and Asia Wilson. That's definitely something that I would consider on the slate. Dorka, like I already said, she's just priced up a little bit too much for me, sitting there at the 8,900. I understand that her last 2 games, she's dropped 46 and 43 fantasy points. I get it. That's not bad. That's great. Double in both of them. She's playing amazing ball. But game like this on the line, both teams should definitely be coming to scrap and win. I'm going to go with the best player on the court, and that's definitely going to be Fee. And as you've seen in the 2 games that Dorka went out there and she dropped the 40s, Fee went out here and dropped a 61 and 57. So she damn near almost got herself to 60 and back-to-back games. So definitely would be my option if I'm going between the 2 fours right there. Kayla McBride on the road. We know Kayla, she kind of plays a little bit better on the road. Do not mind her here going up against the Sky. She's going to get that Maria Marbury or the Courtney Williams defense. Definitely should be a game that she can go out here and dominate and do what she does. Diamond Miller, if her minutes do not get pulled and her minutes don't get messed with, I actually don't mind her as a GPP option. It's been a minute since we've actually had a Diamond Miller game. Going up against him, she dropped 22 and 28 fantasy points in her 2 games that she's played going up against him. I don't hate or mind it, but not a spot that you have to necessarily go to Diamond Miller, but definitely a way for you to get different. Tiffany Mitchell, not messing with that with a 10-foot pole, even though she's sitting at 5'4". Her spark is cooled off. It's cooled off. She's not playing against my Dallas Wings, so she's not really going out there and doing too much. She's not playing against the Seattle Storm. She's not going out there doing too much. She hasn't done it in a minute. And this matchup here going up against the Sky, I definitely don't feel like this is going to be the matchup that we're going to expect for Tiffany Mitchell to go out here and give us at least 20 plus fantasy points. In the 2 games, 22 and 8 minutes, she's dropped 13 and 4 fantasy points. Not worth it. Not going to it. Kayla McBride is actually the guard 2, and they're giving up 19.7 fantasy points to opposing guard 2s. I would definitely be going with Kelly McBride before I go with Tiffany Mitchell. I think that's the better play. Now, I do have some interest in, hopefully they're not pulling our legs and they ain't messing with us, but they have been giving Powers some minutes in these last couple of games as a GPP stab in the leg option. About goddamn fucking the board's out, halfway out. All I got is the Atlanta Dream props. All right, let's see. Rebound wise, we got Cheyenne Parker, 6.5, Alicia Gray, and Ryan Howard. Actually, probably won't mind. Hold on. They got part of the board out. The full board is not out. They got part of it. Part of it is out. So need them to finish dropping the rest of them. They put some of the Atlanta Dream props up. Still need the rest of it. I'm going to give them a second and see if the rest of the board comes up. They got the PRAs up. Let's see. Do they have that first half PRA up? Yes, they do. And they got my girl, Alicia Gray, sitting at 11.5. I'm taking the over. I told y'all, if it's 11.5, 12.5, I'm taking the over on Alicia Gray first half PRA. Like that's just been cash money. I'm not even, matter of fact, and you click on that last 5, she's cleared that in all of her last 5 games. I'm pretty sure it goes further than that, but she's been money with that. She legit has continuously just dominated in the first half of games, whether it be scoring or if she's going out there rebounding and playmaking at the same time. It's just been legit cash money. So I will be going with that one right there. Trying to actually look at a little something real quick. Looking Azara Stevens. I actually kind of have a little bit of interest in Cheyenne Parker for that rebound prop. Just trying to see something here. Since Shakira Austin has been out, they actually have been giving up a decent number of rebounds to opposing centers. So what am I that? All right. All right. So I just dropped that one in. Hey, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yo.
You know what? And I said, you're going to pop in. You're going to pop in when the damn prize pick boards pops up, and then you're going to have to say, I got to go.
Oh no. I'll fuck it. I don't give a shit. I do picks on the stream. I didn't know you was already recording.
Oh, yeah, man. I made it to the, I'm legit. I've been on for 46 minutes, and I just made it to the third game because I've been just stretching it out, waiting for you.
Oh shit. If I'd have known that, bro, I was sitting around here bullshitting, man. I would have been tapped in.
Bro, I texted you and told you.
No, I know. I thought you were saying you started your research, but it is what it is. I'll catch up.
Nah. No. I will go back.
What's the third game?
The
What's
third
the
game
third
is
game?
the Minnesota Lynx and the Chicago Sky. I know you got
Okay.
something for this one because I was looking at it, the standings. Both of these teams, they got something to play for standing wise. The
Yeah.
Lynx can jump the Dallas Wings if they get a win here tonight, and Dallas goes out there and drops another game against the Storm. The Lynx can actually jump up to the fourth spot tonight for
Yeah.
a fact. The Sky, they need to win because if the Sparks right now, they're sitting at 23. They don't play again until Sunday. And if they go in with the same record into Sunday, I want to say you said that the Sparks own the tiebreaker between them and the Sky, right?
Yeah. They got it. So either way it goes, they have to just win one more game.
Yeah.
Win one and they get in. If they lose both, it's gonna get crazy. Unless the Sparks lose their next game, then they actually still have a chance.
Yeah. So definitely like I said, this I like this game, the next game coming up, and I like that Atlanta Dream and Washington game. Those are like the three main games that they have something to play for. There's a lot in the line, and like the other two games, the Indiana Fever and the Sun, that one can go either way. Possibly see starters not play too much. I know AT, she still got the whole MVP narrative thing. So possible. And then the Las Vegas Aces taking on Phoenix Mercury. I wish they gave us a better late night game because that game should be ass.
Yeah.
Like that game is gonna be so fucking ass. Damn, bro. All right, so they just bumped Alicia Gray from 11.5 first half PRA. She just got bumped up to 12. I still like it at 12. Like I said, that shit has been money. That has been money for her in the first half of games. She has been killing it. I will take it up to the 12.5, but understand against the 12.5, that is a slight lean for it. It's not going to be as strong if you're trying to put it into a power play. I would only play that into a flex if I'm doing anything once she hits 12.5 because it is going to hit 12.5. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes with the game lock that's at 13 with that one because I know a lot of people are going to jump on that. Like that one is a really good prop. All right, you got anything for this Minnesota Lynx, Chicago Sky? I just did the Lynx side before you popped in.
Yeah. You just did the links.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I like Kayla McBride. I like her in this matchup. I don't hate how she's been playing over her last few games. Again, like you said, Minnesota wanted to win this game, and if they move up into the fourth spot, they will get home court advantage as well. Am I right or wrong on that? All right, cool.
Yes, they
So
will.
I'll just be wanting to make sure I know what I'm talking about sometimes. So, but yeah, so I do like that. I don't know what her 3-point attempts is, but I probably would be on her either. Let me see him pull up the link, see if he got the links props up yet. He don't have the links props up yet.
No, they still
But
only got the
for
Storm.
me, I'll probably be looking at her 3-point attempts or maybe her fantasy score, depending on where her fantasy score comes in at. Diamond Miller is another play that I like. They moved her to forward on FanDuel on DraftKings. My bad, on DraftKings. Did you see that?
Hold on,
Uh,
wait. Now I got a fucking bone to pick. How the fuck you gonna move Diamond Miller to forward, but for all these damn years, Dewana Bonner is still fucking sitting at the goddamn guard, bro?
bro.
I have been asking for Bonner to be moved for so fucking long, man. She is. I can't. How the hell do you move
Yeah.
Diamond Miller?
Diamond Miller I like, especially like I said at the forward position on DraftKings, so I have no problem with that. I think she had 21 and like 28 fantasy points versus the Chicago team already. Collier, I really like her. Like you said, they are playing for that fourth seed, so I really like the spot for her. We've attacked these Chicago forwards all year, so I don't mind going there. It's gonna get a little crazy on this slate, trying to figure out what forwards that you need to play because there are a lot of good forwards to play, especially when you talk about the higher price forwards. You kind of got to hit it today with the higher price forwards, and it's really impossible to fade AT. Even if you optimize it like the fade, I still probably wouldn't fade it because I mean you never know. I get it. It's Indiana, but two of those three games versus Indiana were less than 10-point win for the Sun. So if that game becomes competitive, the whole slate is going to be jacked the fuck up because that means AT will probably pop off. Like you said, the Chicago-Minnesota game has got some pieces in there that need to play. And the same thing in that Washington game. I love the price for Lena Deladon. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but I kind of want to talk about some spots that I missed. I love the price for Lena Deladon, especially on FanDuel. Did you see the price for her on FanDuel? I think she's $7K on FanDuel. This is a player that had already dropped 43 fantasy points in 24 minutes versus this team already this year. Like, that's a crazy ass price. I mean, the price for her on both sides is actually fairly good. And I mean, when you look at it from like a standpoint of like you need 4x from her on DraftKings and 5x from her on FanDuel, like the price for her on FanDuel is not a big ass difference from what she needs on draft. I think it's like 1 point difference from her DraftKings price and her FanDuel price. But what I'm saying is for her at 7K on FanDuel and a player that can go out there in 24 minutes and get you 40 plus fantasy points, that price is fucking insane. Makes a lot more sense on DraftKings, but like I said on FanDuel, that's just a crazy price for her. But yeah, like I said, with Nafisa Collier, I really like her. I would probably lean more if I'm talking about props, I would probably lean more her free throws or her rebounds today. For Diamond Miller, I like her fantasy PRA or rebounds. I doubt they put her rebounds up because they got as low as like 3.5, I think, at one point, and then they just stopped putting them up. But if they do put her rebounds up today, then she definitely should hit that. And I'll ask for it, see if they put them up, but I doubt it will. Dorka Uhas, like her today. She stepped up big time with Shepard out. So I like going back to her today. She did play a game, had 15 minutes of playing time, ended up with 10 fantasy points. So I like the fantasy production per minute. So I don't mind her today as well. So that's what I like from that side. I'm not really going anywhere else outside of those names that I named.
Okay. You legit kind of hit on some of the shit that I was saying earlier, especially with the Elaine Deladon thing. Her being priced at that price range is at 9-1. Because whenever you look at it at the price of the forwards on today's slate, like I had just talked about it when it came down to fee, her being sandwiched in between AT and Asia Wilson. I get that it's AT and I get this Asia Wilson, but they're in the two uglier of the two games. Like you said, unless that Fever game stays competitive and close, and AT goes over there and drops another triple double.
Right.
You
Which
don't.
she damn sure could.
She could. You don't necessarily need her, but you're gonna want her.
Yep.
Fee, on the other hand, in these games that they have needed, back-to-back games, she damn near has dropped 60 back-to-back. And it's just like this matchup right here is a good matchup. She's played them twice and she's done great in both of them. I like that. Just like you said, getting different, coming down here. Elaine Deladon, she's sandwiched in between Tierra McCown, who nobody plays. Elena Smith, who nobody plays. Dorka, who nobody really plays. Elizabeth Williams, nobody plays. nobody's gonna go really down here into this mid range right here. They're gonna fall all the way down here trying to find something cute down here when they don't need to. When you honestly, if you want to get wild and fucking different, you take two of these mid tier, mid price forwards right here: Landella Don, Dorka, Elizabeth Williams, Tierra McCowan. Those right there are some really great ones that you could take right there. Oh shit, Natasha Howard's priced here at 9.8. I'll even take that. And then take one of these that are up in that 10K range. That'll make fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful fucking lineup. Awesome. With
Um,
Dangerfield.
that for me, I like Burton. Burton got the start last time Dangerfield missed. Um, but I think Sims is actually kind of sneaky as well. She saw like 17 minutes of play
Oh
with.
God.
You said what?
I said, oh God, this man Sims.
Yeah, I mean, she is though.
I know.
For me, if I'm looking at value with the Ari McDonald news, you got Haley Jones. I'm pretty sure you probably already talked about it.
No, okay, so I wasn't tripping. I swear, I knew I wasn't tripping about that.
Yeah, she's out for personal reasons today.
I knew I wasn't tripping. I was like, because when I went over the injury report, I was like, I could have sworn I saw that Ari McDonald was out today, but I don't see it anywhere right now. I knew I wasn't bugging. Okay, yeah, I, I knew it. All right, so going back to exactly what you just said, Ari McDonald being out, that is definitely going to give some value in this game. I kind of had skipped over it earlier. Haley Jones, she is going to have to come into play some minutes, so we might see a little bit more from Asia Durr. But if you guys know anything about Haley Jones, that girl, she goes out there, she can get you those assists, things like that. Can definitely go out there and score. But definitely 4-2, that's not bad for
Yeah,
Haley.
and
Just by hoop.
for me, if you're trying to fit, if you like this slate as much as I do, and I know the end of the year we kind of like this is not like NBA. Let me just say that the
Oh,
end of the year for WNBA is not like the end of the year for
they're
NBA.
gonna play.
Whereas like most of the starters rest and shit. Like for them, they're still playing. A lot of these teams are playing for pride, and some of these teams are still playing for seeding. So we won't see a lot of resting. But for me, if you like this slate as much as I do, then I'm probably going to take the value of Durr. I know Haley Jones is the better play, but for me, the 3-6 helps you get more studs into your lineup. If you think that, like that Dallas Seattle game could be fucking close today. That Indiana Connecticut game could be fucking close today. That's two teams that could literally go out there and just wipe the floor with their opponents. But both those games could actually be close today. So for me, I'm gonna probably take the punt on Durr because I know she's gonna have to play some type of minutes, and I'll just take whatever type of production that she gives me. We talked about this the other day, me and Zoe. With who was it that we were talking about? And you were saying at that price, because I think she was like around the same price as well. You don't really need much, and like Durr is 3-6. At 3-6, you need her to give you 17, 15, 17, maybe 20 fantasy points.
Mm-hmm.
But at that price right now for 4x, all you need is 14.4 fantasy points from her for her to hit value.
Yeah. Bro, Linestar updated the app. I don't like that shit. I hate when they do that shit.
Yeah.
That looks so damn stupid. Um, Shit. All right. Let's finish. All right. Going over to the Chicago Sky because still haven't broken them down yet. Looked at them at all yet. Clea Copper, Elena Smith, Maria Marbury, Courtney Williams, Elizabeth Williams. To be very honest with you, I have interest in Elizabeth Williams. I know it's kind of weird, but I'm going back to it again. Elizabeth Williams in this spot matchup, she actually has played pretty decent going up against them in their two games. She's gone out here and dropped 36 and 39 fantasy points in both of those games. I want to say that those games might have also been without Shepard playing, or one of them might have been with Shepard or whatnot. I'm not exactly too sure, but either way, she still has gone out here and dominated in this position and spot. Has done really well, and like I said, it's one of those mid-tier forward plays that you can go to on the slate today that has upside that can go out there and get you a 30 to 40 fantasy point type game. And if you already know, she has the block and steal upside as well. She's a very good defensive player. I'm not too worried about that aspect of her. But Elizabeth Williams, probably my favorite Sky player on the slate right there. Now, on the other coin of that, still, I am going to like Clea Copper. We always have to rank the guards. For me, It's going to be Kalia Copper, Maria Marbury, Courtney Williams, exactly how they're lined up on the slate for today. Copper, she's the engine. She's going. She's going to be getting that Diamond Miller, Kayla McBride defense. Either one of them, it should be chopped chicken, curry chicken, whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of chicken you want. She's going to be licking her fingers, get what she wants, get to the hoop, get to the rim, boom, easy day for her. Maria Marbury, she's been hot over the last couple of games, been playing decent. The shots falling, scored double digits in legit 5 of her last 5 games. I will have a little taste of her, not too much, just because if the scoring dries up today, if it dries up today, we could be in a little bit of trouble from her out here. And then, of course, Courtney Williams, that's legit your GPP, maybe. This could be one of those runs where Courtney Williams is hot right now. She out there, she dropped 17 in this game. And if you go back to the last time that Courtney Williams was like hot, and she was dropping some points, dropping some dimes and stuff, she went off for several games where she was dropping 38, 39, 46, 30, 35 fantasy point games. She's just coming off of a 33, and 2 out of her last 5 games have been 30 plus fantasy point games. This could be another one right here. We do know we have attacked the Minnesota Lynx with opposing guards, and I don't see her, Courtney Williams, getting the Tiffany Mitchell crazy wild ass defense. I don't see that being her. So this could be a spot for Courtney Williams, possibly as a really good lower owned guard play right there. And then last one that I had, I did have a question for you on this one. Parks, I noticed the last 2 games she played 20. Well, last 2 games she played 20 minutes, and then 4 out of her last 5 games she's played at least double digit minutes. Is this really more due to those last 2 games were blowouts, the 69-86 loss to New York Liberty, and then the second game against the Fever? Is that why they were really just giving her a run, or was she like actually playing decent?
Yeah, no, I think it's more of blowouts. Because if you see in like these closer games, like look at the Sparks game, she played 9 total minutes in the entire game. 14 and 90-85 win. So yeah, like she's gonna see a few minutes. Like you said, if the game blows out, then yeah, I will look at it. But today, probably not.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I had it had piqued my interest when I was looking through, and I noticed the minutes, the little minute dice was next to her name. I was like,
Yeah.
all right. So
Um.
not even gonna worry about
So I mean, I'm just pretty much everything you said. I mean, the main two plays for me. And you're gonna be kind of surprised with the second one. Kalia Copper, of course, is number one. She knows that they need this one today. Of course, either day will work, today or Sunday, but I think they try to go ahead and close it out today and just lock themselves in. But so I expect her to come locked in, 40 and 31 fantasy points in the 2 games. Like I said, this is a spot where she shines. She shines in these spots. I said it the last time they played. She got off to a slow start in the first half, picked it up in the second half. I mean, that's Kalia Copper, man. She always gets off to a slow start, but she finds her rhythm, she finds her grooves, and she get it done. I think we can go back, look at her free throws, her PRA, or her field goals made. Again, I still don't think they have props up for them yet. Let me see.
they're slowly putting in
No,
stuff.
no, they still don't have process for them yet. So whatever. And again, all this should be free. I'm pretty sure one of those props is going to be on my list of plays. Might even be the pick of the day. But I love her today in all type of formats today. Got her. I actually got her and Liz Williams in my core right now. Um,
You got Elizabeth Williams.
got her and Liz Williams, bro.
All right. So
Like
if
I said,
BK is on Elizabeth Williams, y'all better go ahead and pay attention.
they need it. They need this W. Overall, it's just a really great spot for them. For both of them. Already she don't have Liz nothing under 33 fantasy points versus them. Of course, this could be the game where she goes out there and wets the bed. But I mean, everything is on the line for them right now. So I just think they all come locked in today. Alana Smith, I won't sleep on her. She's hit her stocks in the 2 games. They stole one from us last time out. So I like going back to her stocks again. I know they're gonna put them back up at 2.5, so I like that. Mabry, I don't know. Like you said, I think I like Courtney Williams a little bit more. Mabry is fine for me in tournaments, but for me, like I said, the two main plays is Clear Copper and Liz Williams for me. After that, everybody else is a GPP play.
Bet. All right, moving over to the Storm taking on the Dallas Wings. I said it earlier that. Oh wait, did you see the cover picture, the cover photo for the stream?
Yeah, I did. See,
Hey,
like that.
Jewel Lloyd, she coming in here today. She's trying to
This
get
is the
that
game
score.
that everybody's talking about right now. Everybody, this is what
No, she
everybody
going for it.
they
She,
want the points prop with her and Enrique.
that's what I'm saying. She going for it. She if Jewel has what dropped, I want to say 25 in back to back games. Like she knows that she has to go out there and score, especially with Brianna Stewart going out here and doing what she's been doing. I wouldn't be surprised if Jewel goes out here and drops at least 30 plus real life points
Mm-hmm.
in this spot because she's gonna need to do that to get ready for Sunday. Like
I
she has
mean,
to.
look, let me start this one off
Go
because I
ahead.
I I like this game.
Oh, I love this
And I'm
game.
I'm about to give y'all a little bit of everything, and I'm gonna go over both teams, bro. I'm gonna just go ahead and break it down. So first of all, I really like this game. If this game is gonna be anything that we all thinking and hoping that this game is gonna be, then like y'all said, like y'all love, that points combo for Lloyd and Enrique is going to smack, no problems, easy work. I mean, just look at what the two of them have been doing, and let me pull it up right freaking now.
I mean, whenever these two teams meet, it's fucking fireworks, man.
Yeah,
Like
it
they
is.
go
I
at each
mean,
other.
neither team is really. I mean, what Dallas is up 2-1 in the series, of course. But I mean, neither team is really like running away with it. I mean, look at it 91, 95, Dallas, and 109, 103 win for Seattle, and then a 76-65 win for Dallas. Like again, no, they're not just blowing each other out and no shit like that. So again, like I told y'all, games that could be good. And I mean, look at it: 44, 54, 45 fantasy points for Joel Lloyd, 42, 56, and 45 fantasy points for Enrique. I mean, what's not to like about both of these players? You got Jewel with 30, 39, and 31 points. Ain't been under 30 points versus this team one game this season so far. Um, Enrique, 26, 41, and 27 real life points, scoring over 25 points versus this team in every game this season. I mean, there's a lot to love here. And it's not. It just starts with Joel Lloyd and Enrique Gumbawale. After that, man, you just could go anywhere. Ezzy has been decent in this spot as well. Hitting her points at 13 and a half every single game this season versus the Wings. Another player, Natasha Howard, love her. She's been playing well and hitting her rebound prop every game versus this team as well this season. Let me bring up Dallas. I don't think no, they ain't gonna have Dallas up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure her rebound is probably gonna come in like maybe like 8, maybe 7.5, 8. But she's been on the high streak versus this team as well. You can
You
look
said Natasha Howard.
you can look at a lot of her stuff. Yeah, Natasha Howard. I mean, that last game for her, she just didn't play well. Look at it. I mean, 2 for 11. She dead ass was out there trying, just couldn't make a basket. But I think you can go back to her PRA as well, or her PR. She just let us down that last one, but I love her in this spot again. Like they said, Natasha Howard, her PR. I mean, not Natasha Howard. Tierra McCowan, Seitu Sabali. I mean, just look at what they've done. I think Tara McCowan had 36 fantasy points versus the team the last time out. Sabali with 37, 45, and 38 fantasy points, hitting her field goals 6, 9, and 6 times on the season. So if that comes in at 6 or anything around 6, then that's a spot you can look at. As long as nobody gets blown out, man, and this game is the game that we think that it should be, bro. Like, I love it. I love it a ton. Let me look at, before I let you go on your rant, let me look at Natasha Howard's. Sis real fast. Well, not Natasha Howard, Natasha Cloud. What is it at 5.5? Yeah, still at 5.5. I like it. I love it again. Um, but go ahead, bro.
Um, shit. I'm sorry. So literally, I agree with everything that you just said, especially from my Dallas Wings. Like you already know, like that's my team. If it wasn't for the fact that Jewel Lloyd and everything that she stands for and what she is, I wish I could have made the picture of Lloyd and Satu, like both Amazonian women, just like together, like as a cover photo, because that's exactly what it would have been. Like that would have been the cover photo because it's like two of the good players going up against each other in this matchup. I like Satu. I love Satu in the spot. Like this, Horston is not going to be able to handle Satu
Mm-hmm.
at all whatsoever. She
Mm-hmm.
is not going to be able to handle Satu. This should be a game where Satu just can smack, and it's kind of hard because like we're sitting here, we're saying we got Satu, we got Arike, we got Howard, we got McCown, we got Lloyd, we got Ezzy, we got Sammy. Like this is a really good game to stack to get pieces from, and I honestly feel like this is the game that you want to stack on the night because of how these two teams play. They're nothing but offense. They don't play defense like that. They're playing on Dallas's home court, which for some reason we give up the most points on our home court, which I just don't understand why. I don't. But coming to it, this is what I wanted to ask you in question wise. If you had to choose between Satu and Natasha Howard, which one you taking?
I got Natasha Howard. I'm love. I personally, I love the bounce back for her. Like I said, just nothing fell for her in that first game, and she has to know it. She has to have seen it. You know, she has to have watched the tape and watched the game film from that game, so she did wrong and know what to do right this next game. So I personally like her a lot more. Sably, again, the matchup is there for her, but like I said, I think it's gonna be a Natasha Howard type day. Again, all three of those forwards could crush.
Okay.
All three.
Because that was one of the things that was holding me up looking at it because I want to take two pieces from this game, and it was between, am I gonna do the Jewel Lloyd and Satu stack, or am I gonna do the Jewel Lloyd Arike, Jewel Lloyd Howard, or am I just gonna be that guy that goes Jewel Lloyd? I can't play. I'm gonna tell you guys right
So
now.
look, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all. This is four pieces from my core already. So I got Copper and Williams,
Yeah.
and I got Lloyd and Howard.
Oh man,
So you'll
that's
have to
that's a nice
find
score.
some really strong value.
That's a nice score already. So, damn. Mm. I will say this for everyone watching. Right now, I will not be playing Tierra McCowan, and that's just simply because like I said, just watching her over the last couple of games, she's been pouting a lot, walking off the court, just throwing a fit. And of course, finally, coach benched her to start the game last time. She came in, she played pretty good. All right. I'm not too sure if that was enough for her to want to reinstate her or anything like that back into the starting lineup. She put up a double double in 23 minutes going up against New York Liberty. It'll be interesting to see if she goes ahead and she starts here in the spot. I would imagine they're going to have to play some minutes for Russell to actually be able to defend because she should honestly eat Fan Cam alive if Fan Cam is starting out there. This is no contest in that regards. If Fan Cam does start and they actually do start McCowan, I might have to get a little different and I might run a McCowan line,
Mm-hmm.
Lloyd and McCowan, just because the matchup wise is going to be there. And if they feed McCowan, like
Yeah,
they actually feed her for once, because I think that'd be the issue with them sometimes. They don't go to her whenever she like actually has the seal in the post, and then they go to her late, and now she's rushing shot clock down to like 4, and she ain't got time to get the shot off right.
yeah.
That really just be the issue. So I can understand some of her frustration, but they got to figure that out. But we got several questions in the chat. Let's try to answer these real quick. Um, Ace, he has said, who benefits more today, Sims or Burton? I think you touched on this one a little bit already.
Yeah, for me, it's probably going to be Burton because she's in the starting lineup. Like I said, Sims is sneaky. I will still, if you're running a couple lineups, I will still have her in a couple. But if you're trying to pick between them, just flip a coin. I mean, they literally can go out there and give you the same output. Honestly, they can literally both go out there and get you 17 fantasy points, and that's it.
Yeah.
Um, I would just try to, for me, I would try to hit the main plays in that game and kind of stay away from the value. One kind of sneaky value I do like in that game is Kia Nurse.
Oh, so now you've come to the nurse side.
Well, after that last game where Horston shit on me and all over my fucking play, yeah.
Hey, I think I had her in the core for the showdown this week. And she
Yeah,
went out there. She delivered. She delivered though. But yeah, Kia Nurse definitely. If Horson gets herself in a foul trouble, which I can imagine, she's going up against a big Dallas team. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets herself in a foul trouble. We could see a quite at least like maybe 25 minutes for Nurse if that happens. That
yeah.
could be a thing too today. That
You
could.
know it's crazy? 717. I actually like the Storm plus 10.
Ain't no
Gotta be
way.
crazy. I'm taking Dallas money line for sure. That's my lean play. I like the Storm plus 10.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something. They covered. They covered. Oh shit. Mm, that. Never mind. Never mind. Never
I don't
mind.
know, bro. I don't
you might
know.
be. You might be right on that one. Never mind.
I don't know, man. Like I feel like if I'm going fucking, I mean, the bets already for me this year have been
Hey,
yikes. So, I mean,
we
if
swept.
I'm going for it, I'm going for it. You said what now?
I said we swept on Wednesday slate. I think it was one of the slates
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah. We finally, bro. Finally. Yeah, the day we hit the six pick, all bets hit. So that was cool. But yeah, I like
Okay.
that. I like that for a lane call. Uh,
Um, what do you feel about Natasha Cloud? They got her assist currently sitting at 5.5.
yeah, I told somebody that. Yeah, I like that. I still like that.
Oh Jesus.
For me, another sneaky play from Natasha Cloud. She needs pull it up 12 points. Hold on, let me see. It is. I pulled it right up too. Natasha Cloud, 13 points away from 2,000 for her career. So I wouldn't sleep on that. Do they have PA for her? Because I think her
Um,
points already is at 12 and a half. Yeah, her points is at 12 and a half.
wow. Yeah, they got her PA at 18.
At 18.
Yeah, 18 flat.
Mm, I don't mind it, but I think her points and maybe her assists is probably safer. Um, I could see her coming out there trying to do a lot more scoring tonight, but I'm kind of contradicting myself because if I like her points and her assists, it would make sense that I like her PA, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, they all are fine with me. Bonner rebounds at 5.5. Um, what was I looking at for Bonner? I don't even know. I didn't know what to do with Bonner today. I think Erica Wheeler. Let me see what her RA is at. It's at 7 even. I like that. I like that, and she been killing it over her last three. I like Erica Wheeler RA. That's the
Mm.
play. That's the play. I like that.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. I skipped over Erica Wheeler and Kelsey Mitchell because I shit you not.
Well, see, I don't like Erica Wheeler for DFS. I think she's an okay play, but I love her RA for fuck sure. Let me take a look at it.
Every time I play her ass, I swear she hooks me, kills me on any fucking thing I play her. 5, 4, 7, 2.
Well, let's not speak that negativity.
I'm not
All
gonna
right.
spit it negativity, but I see what you were looking at when you just
Yeah.
said that though.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it now.
8, 7, 9.
She's cleared that in all three
She
games.
cleared all three games.
Yeah.
And then last year in one game where she only played 23 minutes, she damn near cleared it with damn near pushed with assists with just 6. So yeah, I like it a lot over her.
Um,
That's 7, 8.
she's done pretty good on the assist too. Actually, 5, 7. She only hooked once.
9.
Uh,
And see, over her last 10, and she even got one game where she played 18 minutes and still had 6, almost there. But in her last 10, I think she's only missed like 3 times, if I'm counting right. Yeah, I think she's only missed 3 times in her last 10. So I like that. It's either 3 or 2. One of them, I don't know. I'll look at it later. But I like her RA a lot. Um, I'm gonna try to hit some props that I missed when bro just started without me.
yeah, my bad. Do you like Alyssa Thomas free throw prop today? It's at 3.5.
Uh, I was looking at her assist, and then they put it up at 8, and I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
got her assist at 8. I
uh,
like it, but it's like, that's
all
yeah,
right. I kind of don't know what to do with AT either today.
like
So I mean, I don't know any AT props. You kind of on your own today. I can't gauge it, bro. Like I can't really gauge. Like I said, from that game, did you talk about Tiffany Hayes?
I I said to be very honest,
Bro, so
Tiffany
hear me out, fam.
Tiffany Hayes, I hired him, and I said, "Look, fuck them. I got other guards on the
Hear me
slate."
out. Okay, so listen, she's not gonna be in my core on DraftKings. All right, that's a no fucking go. But on FanDuel, however, common space, a place that I don't even play no more, and I used to always play. But FanDuel, her price is 5.3. All right. If we looking at the games that she's already played, um, I mean, bro, and then if you look at her history, and it's Indiana, like it's Indiana, bro. You know,
True, she has smacked them in 2 out of the 3 games. I see it. I see what you see with Lloyd. I mean, with Hayes. I see it. I see it. But I don't know. It's Tiffany Hayes, man.
I know. What are her props at? Let me see where her props are at.
Like if anyone gets pulled in this game, it'll be between Bonner and Hayes. If
Yeah.
we being real, especially if Carrington is back too, then that's another
But
guard that they could rotate out there.
let me see this. Let me see. Let me pull this up for you. Keep talking. Go ahead. Keep going. Let me
Yeah,
pull this up.
I mean, I don't know. Just looking at it, I mean, she's sitting at what? She's sitting at 7. I think 7. Where is it at? Yeah, Tiffany Hayes. She's sitting at 7.6. For that price, I might
Bro,
as well either.
her PRA is at 17 and a half. And I'll get it. It's very fucking risky with her because she goes out there and she can just foul all over the fucking place and for no reason at all. It's what she did in the first game, played 23 minutes, finished with 10 PRA, had 4 fouls. I get it. I know the risk. I know she's risky as fuck, but 17 and a half PRA is what she's sitting at. And from what I'm looking at, I think she's hooked once, missed once. Hold on. Yeah. Hooked once, missed once in her last 10 versus Indiana. So I like that. I like it. I like it on DraftKings for tournaments. For FanDuel, like I said, it's a core piece for me. I know it's risky as hell. It's risky as hell. But that's one of those low on plays. And if you look at her history, bro, in her last 10, just she's literally been a consistent mid play. Like one game over 25 in her last 5, and 3 games over 25 fantasy points in her last 10. This could literally be the spot where you catch her low on the shit and the spot that's really good for her. Now, again, she could go out there and just fuck this whole spot completely up. But I really like it today for whatever reason. And like I said, the PRA for me is a go. Only missing once and hooking once in the last 10. I like that. So that's what I'm looking at there. Let me see the Indiana props real fast.
What about Kelsey Mitchell's PRA? She's like 90% in her last 10 games. Is that 25.2? 20. Wait, I think 25. Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell.
Nah, her shit's at 22.
Oh yeah, okay, it's at 22.
Um,
I mean, if she can go out here, I think she might.
yeah, like for me, that's one of them plays that I can tell you I love. Um, but I don't think it's gonna make the list. And I don't really love it as much. I like it a lot because I do think 22 PRA is really freaking low for her. But I mean, when you look at these games, she hit once out of 3 games so far, and one game she had 19 points, and that was literally it.
Yeah, she didn't do anything else. Yeah, I can see what
Um,
you mean.
for me, I was looking at her more of like her free throw props, looking at her as more of a prop play today. Um, I definitely do think she's sneaky in tournaments. She can definitely go out there and get you 30 fantasy points, but do you need it at 8-2 on DraftKings when you got some other plays that's kind of around her that might be good or better, you know?
Yeah.
Do they have Melissa Smith turnovers on her? Hell yeah, 2.5. Her turnovers in play, her rebounds is at 9.5. I think I liked her fantasy score a little bit more. Leah Boston just crushed. Just crushed. I don't know, man. And that's another thing that I'm torn on because did she come off a bad game or no? She came off a pretty good
Boston.
game
Yeah, she
versus
came off a bad game.
did she? Yeah, hell yeah. Let's see. How many times does that happen? Not very often. You get her come off of 19, 17. I don't know. But yeah, she's crushing this spot. And 2 of those games that she actually went off in were the games that Brianna Jones played in. And that last one where she had 43 was the one where she missed. So I mean, this is a great fucking spot for her. Her free throws, I would say her rebounds. I think I like, her free throws, her field goals made. And do they have a PR for her?
Some smoke alarm
At
going on.
23. At 23. And her free throws at 3. So I love her free throws now. I didn't want that 3.5 shit. That's just in case she pushed. Um, but yeah. He said Enrique points look good. Been over. Yeah. Like we said, Enrique and Jewel Lloyd, I mean, they props should smash. But we again don't be like me and go out there and load up on one player and all of your tickets because I learned the hard way from Jordan Horston the other night. Um, these players could be 100% hit rate, 100% versus team, and go out there and dead ass just shit all over the place. So if you like it, play it, move on. Don't go 3-4 tickets deep with the play, even if it's a great play, because you never know how these ladies gonna come out and play. Call your boards at 9.5. I did like call your rebounds today. I didn't know it was gonna be that fucking high. Or did it get bumped? Or is that what it opened up at?
It might have been what it opened up at because I've been he's slowly adding shit. I think the board might finally be done. 9.5. God damn.
And see, I'm fine with waiting and let people bump and play everything that they want to play. Okay, so right now I'm gonna tell you like this: Diamond Miller props,
I mean, for
bro.
that for fee, you might as well take her rebounds assists.
Let me see that.
It's at 12.5. It's been at 12.5 the last 3 games.
Yeah, you can. I don't.
I
For
mean,
me, it's her free throws. What's her free throws at?
For fee, her free throws
Four,
are at
four,
yeah.
four.
I
Take
want
her
no,
fucking
that
free
open.
throws, bro. She's been like 6 of 8, 8 of 10, like crazy as. Take her free throws. I would go with her free because if you think about it, those fours they do foul a lot. Alana
Yeah,
Smith,
Alana Smith fouls a lot because she be
and
trying to go for
then
them
when we
blocks.
have to go to our backups, they fucking
Yeah,
Kone. She's gonna foul the shit out of somebody.
Park and Burke.
Uh,
Yeah.
Heber is gonna foul the fuck out of somebody, bro. So yeah, I would go. I would go there. Um, what was it we were talking about? Oh, Diamond Miller. Yeah. So Diamond Miller already has in this spot. I'm sorry. I forget that she's a forward now. I'm about to go back to the guards. So already in this spot, 22 and 28 fantasy points. Her fantasy points are sitting at 18 right now, which means her PRA is at what? 15 and a fucking half. Now, that might be first game. Well, no, actually, no. I'm tripping. First game she had 18. The second game she had 18. She had 18 in both games. So her PRA fucking fine with me. That's low as hell. Um, and even if the game blows out, she's a rookie. She should be one of these players that's continuing to play. Um, I know they need her for the playoffs and things like that, but she's still going out for rookie of the year. I think she still sees a few extra minutes. I don't think this game blows out anyway. But yeah, that 15 and a half PRA I really like. I know she's been terrible over her last five, but I don't pay attention to the last five. Looking at last five will have you broke as fuck. Um,
Bro,
so
it's the trick that they put up there, man. I swear.
yeah, especially when it comes to WNBA because the last five don't always tell the story. Like, yes, you have some people that's 100% like Jewel Lloyd with her free throws. It was just another great spot for her. But she could have easily fucking missed. Like, especially with the way she was playing that first half, like wasn't getting to the rack at all. So, but yeah, I love that for her. That's probably one of my favorite props from the Lynx. It says Sykes over 29 and a half fantasy. Love that. I do love that. Did we hold on? Weren't we about to talk about that game?
Well, actually, we still got the. Do you want to talk about the Aces and the Phoenix Mercury or not?
I mean, we can real quick. All the plays because the Aces do need to win as well. So we can't just write it off. We know this game is more than likely going to get out of hand. I think Aces have covered their 18 spread and both of their games already. They've beaten this team by 20 and like 26 points already this season. So I expect them to cover the spread. I'm giving y'all betting picks now too. Um, but like all of these plays, they definitely can go out there and get you 30 fantasy points. Like they still need to win. They're still fighting to keep that number one seed. So they can keep home court advantage. I think they get home court advantage throughout the playoffs, right? The number one seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
don't they get isn't it like a bye week or something for them too? Or I
no, they
might be
don't do that
wrong.
no more because now they got the 1 versus 8
Okay.
bracket. So yeah, like I said, like he always say, 1 through 4, with the exception of Stokes, all in play. For me, the really nice play that I like is Clark. I actually don't mind her. I thought about plugging her in as a play in my lineup today because even if the game blows out, once she's been playing well over her last couple games, we've seen that she's been getting the bulk of the minutes over Stokes. And if the game blows out, she might see a couple extra minutes. I know she's a veteran, so she will get pulled. But I think she can go out there and get us 20 to 25 fantasy points in a lot of time that she's on the court. And just for shits and giggles, let's just say the game, they do play 3 full quarters. The starters, I really like Clark. For Young, I like her, period. She can go out there and get 30 fantasy points in the first half, dead ass, with her blocking still upside. So I don't mind if you play her. I probably wouldn't today, but I do like her for a GPP play. And then on the other side, I don't have a ton of interest in Grinder. On your way there has been decent in this spot. Look at her PRA, see where her PRA comes out at. She's had, I think, 22 and 24 fantasy points in this spot. So I do like her. If I don't like Garner, then I do like Gustafson. I do think that Wilson and Garner rebound combo could work out today, seeing as Garner rebound prop keeps falling. So that means it should be something kind of low. And we know Asia has the ability to go out there and grab 12, 13 rebounds by her fucking self. So even if BG see 2 quarters, let's just say she gives us 4 or 5 rebounds by halftime. As long as Asia get the third quarter and keeps grabbing boards, that rebound prop should cash too. But yeah, other than that, on the other side, Jefferson, Stokes, Jefferson and Sutton, and then that's probably it for me. Like I said, unweighted Gustafson, you can look at them as well. But for me, I'm probably just going to take Clark and leave the rest of that game alone.
Okay. Wnba, they only got her points up right now.
Okay.
And literally, you said everything I would have said actually for this game. I'm like you said, I'm not necessarily going to fade it because, like we already said, the implication is they have to win, because if they don't, that they are at jeopardy for losing the number 1 seed versus the New York Liberty, because New York Liberty spanked their asses in every single game beyond that first game that they played. So they know that they have to win. They still have something to actually play for, which is that number 1 seed. The only team that legitimately does not have anything to play for on today's slate, the Connecticut Sun. They are the only team, and the only player that has something to play for them, well, 2 players technically, is going to be Alyssa Thomas, because she can go solidify her MVP campaign, and then on the other side, Aaliyah Boston, her Rookie of the Year campaign. Like, those are the only 2 players really from those games right there that got something to play for those teams. But other than that, I think that they enjoying us talking about these props and shit. Anyway, you want to build out a 6 pick?
No, not right now. Not right now. No, like I wanna do what I did the last time. I just want to take my time. If shit get bumped, then we move on to the next play. It's a ton of fucking games today. There is no need when you building your 6s today. Don't rush them shits. Like, I want us all to take their fucking monies today. Like, take it all. So don't rush your shit. If shit get bumped, fuck it. There's 1,030 fucking plays today. I guarantee you, not everybody's gonna be on everything that you own today. So that's my method. Like, literally today, I'm probably gonna have 11 fucking props. And it might be a little bit more because I might throw combos in there, or combos might be a part of the 11 props. Yeah, I want to hit the right fucking spots and be able to take every fucking thing they got from them 2 terrible, shitty ass 1 game slates that I just lost a fuck ton of money on. I want all my shit back today. So I'm taking my time today. I'm not gonna rush no props. I'm gonna just let the board come to me today. If shit get bumped and I loved it, oh the fuck well, I'll move on to something else. Because like I said, there's still a ton of good spots that you can play. He said Della Don free throws. I think I was actually looking at that. Yeah, I was looking at that. And the reason why I like that is because Nia Coffey was already fouling her. Now you talk about Mo Billings, Nas Hillman, even Cheyenne Parker. I like that. Let me see what her free throw prop is at.
I think it's at 3.5.
Hold on. You look up that real fast, and then I want to look up something because I want to give y'all a sneaky play. It's gonna come with some risk. But
her free throw prop is not up here anymore.
Whose?
Elena Della Madon.
Okay, well, I guess everybody was on that shit.
Hey, 7, what was her free throw prop at?
What's her PRA at?
Her PRA is at 22.5.
Smash the over on that shit, bro. Okay. So let me do this because I missed that segment of the whole Washington Atlanta game. Let me just read this off to y'all, and then you can make whatever fucking judgment you want to make off of that and do what you will with that. But So she's been getting she's seen upwards of 29, close to 30 minutes. If she needs to play 30, I'm pretty sure they're gonna let her go 30 minutes today. But let's just say for shits and giggles, she's seen upwards of 29 minutes. So we'll just say that she'll 25, maybe 30 minutes. All right. And 26 minutes of play, 25.7 rebounds, and 4 assists. 2 blocks, all no threes made, all for 43 fantasy points in 26 fucking minutes. So 22 and a half PRA, fuck out of here. Smash the over on that. I love that prop. Love that one. So you don't even have to worry about her fantasy, bro. Smash the PRA shit. Cause she gonna do way more scoring than anything else. Um 31 points in 34 minutes of play. Bro, I mean, I I don't know what else to do. That's a great fucking play. That's a great prop. That's a pick of the day type prop. We just caught her in a spot where her shit was at 22, right?
Yeah.
That's a great spot when you talk about the Mystics wanting to fight for their seeding too. Yeah, I thought you bring that up about them needing to win as well.
Yeah, they actually have to win. Damn, I took it down already. Hold on, wait, I can pull it back up. Here goes the standings for anyone that has any questions. If you guys missed it earlier talking about it, I'll run through it real quick while you're looking at stuff. The Las Vegas Aces, they have something to play for, even though they're the number one seed, because the New York Liberty, they have a chance to take the number one seed from them. If they go out and they win again tomorrow, they legit have a chance to get it because they have the tiebreaker between them and the Aces. The Connecticut Sun, they don't have anything to play for. They're sitting right here comfortably at 3. No one is catching them at 3. They have nothing to play for here. The Dallas Wings, they have to win the game today because if they lose, then the Minnesota Lynx, they can jump them and take the 4th seed, which means that the Minnesota Lynx will have home court advantage. Dallas will lose their home court advantage right now. And as it stands, this is going to be our 4-5 matchup right here anyway. The Atlanta Dream and the Washington Mystics, they have a chance to jump each other inside the standings again right here today. So that's why both of these teams, they have something to play for themselves as well. And I mean, shit, if the Mystics lose out today, honestly, if Washington goes on a nice little 2-0 run to end the season, they could possibly jump all the way up to 5th. Same thing for Atlanta. They could jump up the to 5th as well. So that's something that all three of these teams, they have something. All these are here. They have something. The Chicago Sky, they got to win to secure themselves into the playoffs because right now the Sparks own the tiebreaker between them and the Sky. So if the Sky lose today, the Sparks can make it into the playoffs with a win tomorrow, and they will kick the Sky out. So
Well, the Sky still have to lose too.
yeah, they got to lose tomorrow. Sky got to win. I mean, the Sparks got to win tomorrow as well. So
Mhm.
it's all these things, all these teams, legit 4 through 8. They got something to play for today, and then the Aces, they got something to play for. They do. And even if we're expecting like only 3/4 of the Aces starters or some shit in this game going up against the Phoenix Mercury, which should be this. I hate whenever we try to predict the blowouts in it because even
Mhm.
like yesterday you would have expected. Well, I'm not gonna say you would have expected, but it should have been a easy win for the New York Liberty. But when you actually watch what the Sparks did playing against the Sun, they kept that game competitive all the way down to the
Yeah,
last 3 minutes in that game.
yeah.
It kind of should have been the telling sign of they're not going to go away playing against the New York
I
Liberty.
am the biggest Liberty fan right now.
For real.
Like anybody versus the Sparks, it's all good with me. I'm rocking with them. I need them to kick their ass, so we don't got nothing to worry about. Asian first, I was looking, bro. So it's so crazy, and I'm so happy that y'all asking questions about shit that I'm actually on. I really wish it was at 11 and a half. I do. I really wish it was at 11 and a half. 12 and a half, I still think she can get there. I really do because I mean, when you look at this squad, I mean, shit, is nobody really there that can stop her. Not even Griner. Griner don't even move the way she used to. And I got 2% on my fucking computer, and then it's gonna die. But I like her first half fantasy points. I mean, first half points. I do. It's just that shit might be sweaty. It might be real sweaty, fam. So, um, I don't
I
know.
mean, shit. If this is one of those games where she legit comes out and just be and is Asia, like it could be one of those. 'Cause, I mean, we've seen those games where legit Gray, Plum, all of them are just feeding her to start
Yeah.
the game. They
What
just
points?
feeding her.
What points were you gonna nuke Hooks at? My bad, bro. I'm trying to answer some questions for this shit, dog. What
Which
points? He said he was gonna nuke them points. I'm trying to figure out which one. Probably talk about Rike and
I'm gonna wait for that combo prop to drop like that for sure. I'm playing that. Enrique
bro.
and Lloyd.
Everybody is on. Everybody
If
who's
he,
and
if
listen.
he does
Oh,
not give us
hey,
that one, bro, I swear. Like if
I
bro,
I want to put it in my six, but I know that everybody is gonna play it, bro, and it makes me nervous because if
I'm
they don't
bro,
go out there and do what they're supposed to do, I'm going to be livid on this.
I feel. I
I'm
mean, but
gonna have it though. I'm gonna have it in a slip somewhere. I mean, it's too good to not have it. Like, period. It's too
I mean,
good.
because they got Lloyd points in at 24.5
Asia,
right now.
but it's all yeah. Asia, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for it. And I was looking, and I went to go check, and I was like, oh, fuck, 12 and a half. Man, I needed this. When the board going up. Oh, it's up now. I'm about to start working on props here in a minute. My computer about to die anyway. I'm about to go get some lunch, bro. Then when I come back, I'm going to work on props. And like I said, everything is free. All y'all have to do is just click those links that I'll be tweeting out with the picks. That's it. I trust a
Oh, did his computer just die? I think his computer just died. Damn. All right. You trust Enrique more than Lloyd. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's just Lloyd has something to play for. She can go for the scoring title for the season. Like that's why a lot of people are hyping up Lloyd for today. Like she and the other thing too with Lloyd in all three matchups that she's played going up against the Dallas Wings this season, she has dropped 30 points or more in every single game that she's played in all three of those games. Dallas has not been able to stop her. And even if without Dangerfield playing, you put Sims or you put Burton out there, either way, it's not gonna matter. Lloyd still figures out a way to get hers. Okay, he's on his phone now.
Yeah. I had to bring my phone up for that one. Okay, here's what he about to die.
Yo, he said, "I'm answering this damn question, man."
Yeah, I had to fuck that. You can't say that shit. My computer died, and then think I'm not gonna respond. So hold on. Here's my only thing with that. Enrique don't have to do as much as Lloyd.
Oh man.
And they can trap Enrique and get the ball out of her hands. They can do the same thing with Lloyd. I just think that with the team that Enrique has, she don't necessarily have to do what she's been doing. She's the one player that can go out there and chill today and have Tierra McCowan, Seitu Sabali, and Natasha Howard all go out there and drop 15 plus, and they can still get the W. For me, Lloyd has to do way more. Now, I will say this. I get what you're saying I get what you mean by you trust Enrique more than Lloyd because Lloyd got her games where she forced shit and she has to do so much. So I understand that point of it, but I still just think Dallas don't have anybody that can stop her. That can like really legit one-on-one stop Jewel Lloyd. Like aside from the trapping shit, like they're gonna find a way to scheme out of stuff like that. They have in all three games so far. So for me personally, I'm going Lloyd over Enrique. I'm probably wrong. I've been wrong a lot this season, but that's why I had to get on to answer that. Now, I wouldn't knock Enrique either. But for me, the one that I'm trusting today is gonna be Lloyd. I just think that, like he said, she's been shooting lights out. She's been scoring a ton, and she's been getting to the rack. Um, that's the most important part is that she's been getting to the rack. She's been getting those fouls, so that's a part of you know that as well because Enrique don't have to get to the rack like she used to no more. One is too clogged in the lane to begin with. Two, you got your bigs. You got
almost 3-4 players that's down there that's like 6'2" and above. Like, you don't need to be down there trying to hurt yourself or a knee injury or anything stupid, especially right before the playoffs. So that's
And
my take.
the other thing to give you something too about it, Dallas, we do not trap. We do not trap
Mm-mm,
often. We do not.
mm-mm.
If they actually were to run a trap, if anything, they'll go into a zone. But of course, how do you bust a zone? Knock down some shots, and
Nah, that's
that's
crazy.
what Storm does. So we do not trap. I don't know why.
Because that's too easy for Noel to be like, "Oh, you want to go zone? Okay,
Yeah,
Porson, you come here. Nurse, you get out there." So now
like
I
that's
got Nurse, Sammy, and Jewel Lloyd all out on the perimeter. So when you lack short somewhere and we hit this cross court pass, that's a three, and especially if it's going to Sammy, because the minute it hit her hands, it's going right up
boom
to the rim.
gone. And
It's
yeah,
gone.
gone. It's
Like,
as soon as it hit, but gone.
yeah,
And
it's gone.
yeah,
So
and someone said so. Dallas locks in the fourth if they win. If Dallas was to lose today, and if well, if they were to win today, um, but if Minnesota was to win today as well, then no, they would not lock the fourth seed because Minnesota can win again a favorable matchup on Sunday, going up against the Fever. I want to say it was Dallas has to play Atlanta on Sunday. Dallas can lose to Atlanta, and Minnesota can still jump them in the standings to get fourth.
yeah.
So it's implications all around either way. Only way that Dallas will lock in that fourth seed today is if Minnesota loses their game against the Sky today. That is the only way they fully lock in that fourth seed. And then
You better get your Sky gear out, bro.
oh
What
nah
the fuck
about that
you
shit.
doing? You better start waving that motherfucking towel, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna wave
No,
it.
hey, bro, listen. When I say there's there's no reason the Liberty should have played that fucking terrible like they did versus them.
They shouldn't have. It was crazy too because it was. I mean, at the same time, it seemed like they were trying to like rest the because they weren't playing
Nah,
them. She wasn't playing them full minutes, and the most random Dolson game pissed me off.
dog, that made me so happy.
Random.
It made me so happy. Like the Sky fan of me just started coming out, seeing Dawson hit them threes, like especially coming from Sloot to, like, come on, bro, like
Man,
all that just came out.
I ain't gonna lie,
Uh,
Big Mama Dolson, bro. She was out there. She was stroking that shit. It was like, what the hell? Any other
I think
props you want today?
I think Alicia Grass gonna hit her free throws today.
Really?
Um, yeah,
I'm heavy on her. Her first half PRA. It's at 12 last time. It
yeah.
opened at 11.5. I
I
still
like
like it at 12.
she crushed in this spot.
Yeah.
I do. What I think is interesting is that Hawkins and Maisha Hines Allen, they've been like the last two games, one of started in each of those games. So whoever starts between the two of them today is the better play.
Hmm.
Um, After that, I was able to talk about those props, the Seattle props. Um, I ain't really have nothing else for that Indiana Connecticut game. Like I said, I love Hayes PRA. I still don't mind Alyssa Thomas assists, but I don't know. That's just probably gonna be sweaty. I don't think I'm gonna have Alyssa Thomas prop today. Uh, I didn't really know what to do with Ron Howard. I like a lot of props for Alicia Gray. I think her fantasy is cool as well. Collier fantasy looks good. Yeah, her fantasy, like I said, I love her free throws as well. Um,
Uh, damn man, I wish
for
he was more consistent with that first half. I would take that shit.
for Della Don, what is her field goals made at? We talked about her free throws. Her PRA is a slam of a prop. What's her
Her
field goals made at?
field goal is sitting at 6.
6.
Yeah.
I
Man,
can still get with that.
I wish they didn't have Parker sitting at 7, man. They put Parker sitting at 7, bro. I wanted that
Cheyenne,
shit at like 5.5, 6. I would felt so much better with taking that.
yeah.
But that 7, that's
So,
just a little that's sketchy.
but other than that, besides everything that I already named, and if you are here for the stream, just let me know. I can go back over a couple of the props that I did yell out.
That's it.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's it for me, man.
if you guys are wanting to see all the stuff that is
I'll
going
give
up
you.
today,
I'll give you a 2-pick though.
oh, you're gonna give them a 2-pick. Oh wait, I'm about to drop the link for um your Twitter where you drop a lot of shit. Uh, I'm gonna drop in chat. Go ahead. You talk.
All right, take whatever. What's Tip Hayes PRA at? And I need to try to get this shit in too. So don't y'all bump the shit before I get it in, motherfuckers.
Hold on. Tiffany Hayes PRA is sitting at,
because I think it was at 17.5. I don't know if they bumped it already.
it is sitting at 17.5 still.
All right, take her PRA, and it's gonna be a risky 2-pick, so don't put like a whole bunch. But this is the ones that I love. Take hers and Diamond Miller PRA.
Okay.
So take Hayes PRA, Diamond Miller PRA. Take the overs for both, and that I say no more than $5-10 on that. But those are just 2 plays that I absolutely love.
Go ahead, play that
Probably
$5 protect
won't.
play.
Yeah, probably won't make the list of plays today, even honorable mention, because they do come with some risk. But I still love them. I love them a ton today. I think they both gonna smash. So if they don't, you can bash me, whatever you want to do. Hit me up in my inbox. I'll be there. Don't worry.
I just dropped BK's Twitter in the chat, so y'all check that out. Give him a follow. He posts everything that he's going to be posting today, which, like we said, all the content that we have on Patreon today is going to be for free. So all you got to do is just click on the link, and it'll let you see everything that we're posting up for today: the prop list, the prop plays, the core plays,
that's
everything.
props for Prize Picks, Underdog, Sports Battle, and Hot Streak. Like I said, if you don't have a promo code, you want to get on any one of those sites and you can play it in your state. That promo code is the same for all sites across the board. NDO, get matched on your first deposit. Sign up today and let's get money. Call your RA, Ryan RA. I'll have to wait for my computer to charge up. I know Colliers, I really didn't like a ton. Like I said, for me, it was her rebounds. I didn't know her rebounds was going to be 9.5, so I'm kind of like, kind of mid on that, but I do still love her free throws. Like I said, I think Chicago just want to foul her a fuck ton. They don't have no defensive moves for her post moves, if that makes sense. So
Ryan is one of 3 in this matchup against Washington to go over her. Has gone over 1 out of 3. I did have a question. So I don't know if you watched that the last game that the Dream played, but Ryan, she left the game. I think it was in the 3rd quarter, and I want to say they said that she got injured. Something got tweaked.
Yeah, she tweaked the angle. I was watching. It wasn't nothing bad because when she came back hooping. Like she came back playing the way she was playing. But like for me, I'm not touching her today, just in case.
Okay.
Just in case, I feel much more. It's a lot. Again, it's a whole bunch of plays on here. Don't force it. Don't force it. And like you said, it's a good point that you bringing that up, and I'm glad, Joseph, you asked that question on Ryan. Don't touch her. Even if she hit her props, if she crushed her shit, oh well, take the L on that. But if, like she said, if that hurts her any way possible in this fucking game, and she playing passive, because we know players have done this fucking shit to us before, just it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Did y'all answer the 2 best cheap plays?
We did not.
Like I said, for me, bro, I'm taking Dura or Jones. Again, Dura is only if you're trying to pay up for a couple extra studs in your lineup and you need extra savings. So Jones is the better play. Dura is the pump play. I like those 2. Like I said, Nurse I like, but Nurse comes with some major fucking risk as a value. And then you also have Burton, who should get the start for the injured, Dangerfield. And then at forward, yikes.
You don't want to take a chance on our girl. Where the hell did she go? You don't want to take a chance on Powers.
No, maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. Well, I need them to not have anything to play for because she don't like playing her is the problem. She don't like playing Powers minutes. And it's so annoying and it's so frustrating because Powers could actually help that team. Um, but she don't like to play her game. So you're literally guessing on if the coach is going to play her minutes when you play Powers. And if you get it right, you just fucking get it right and you win all the money that night. But if you get it wrong, oh, you gonna get it wrong. And your line is gonna be completely jacked up. So I just fuck that. I'm not playing the guessing game with her.
There's no crazy value on the slate outside
No,
of
it's
like what you just said, that
really
Haley
not.
Jones,
Yeah.
Durr, and the Dallas value. Outside of that, everyone else is priced up in some uncomfortable ranges. Vivian's at 5'2"
Mhm.
now. Tiffany Mitchell 5'4". Taisha Harris with Carrington possible back today. I mean, Carrington's at 4'8", but I don't know how much minutes she plays coming off of a foot injury.
Right.
So that's like, I mean, Banham. If T Mitch ain't really got it going, if Banham comes in and knocks a couple shots down, she could play a backup point guard a little, but
No,
that's
like I
just
said, for me, the only one that I like is Clark's. Like, look at Clark's price at 6'1", bro, and then look at everything else around it.
all right. I'm going
Like
to
all the rest of those plays could really just light your
it.
lineup on
Yeah, I
fucking.
mean, Russell.
On your way day is decent.
Russell
22 and 24 fantasy points. What is her price?
Russell's at 5'9". I mean, they're gonna need her going up against Big T.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, what's on your way day price?
Onion is at where'd she go? I think she was actually a little bit cheaper, or is she more? Onion winning. She's at 6'8".
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, these prices are fucking nuts at the end of the season. Like,
Yeah, no, that's not.
Clark's price is the best price in that price range right there. And that's
Yeah,
6K
6'1".
to
Yeah,
7K range, bro.
I
Even
mean
even
she's been
under.
good the last couple games too. So yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I would just literally the lowest I kind of want to go is her. And especially at 4. The lowest I want to go is her at 4. Like I said, outside of that, I was hoping on your way that would have been cheaper, but it ain't gonna be no other cheaper forwards.
See,
As far as values, no, because all 3 forwards are being used in Dallas, so they don't need no forwards. Like you said, Mercedes
yeah.
Russell off the bench, fan cam, but she might be a decoy, be out there for 5 fucking minutes and get pulled for Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mm,
I guess honestly,
Hillman, she's like 5'2". If you just hate life, I mean, she can get you 20 fantasy points though. It's gonna be an ugly 20. It's gonna be a real ugly 20.
I mean, I guess safety wise, like you said, I mean, I'll say Haley Jones is safe, and then whoever's, it's gonna be Burton. Burton's gonna start for Dallas.
Look at Nelson Adota. Look at her price. He's at fucking
She's at
6K.
6. Yeah.
Like, I wanted her bad for value. So if you're playing FanDuel today, you can look at her over there on FanDuel for value. I think her price is cheaper over there. Cannon Clark on FanDuel.
It's not gonna be
Clark.
Clark.
What are their prices on FanDuel? I can't pull it up right now, bro.
I'm pulling up FanDuel now. Let's see. How do it's loading?
And then after I answer this one, I'm gonna get off because my wife is gonna kill me. She hungry.
Cannon is sitting at 4K and Clark is sitting at 5K. So it's a 1K difference.
What's in between them? That's the real question.
In between those two, you got. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
No, you good. Take your time.
Clark. So you got Stokes, you got Awak, you got Brown and Turner, Kalani Brown, Nelson Adota is at 4-6. You got Queen, Hillman, Fancam, Park, Birch, Hubert, Powers. That's what's between them.
Okay, so for me, on that question, if you got the money, just go ahead, go Clark. If you don't have the money, you need the savings. The value there for me is gonna be Nelson Adota.
Yeah.
And who was it after her that you said?
Queen.
Queen. No. Right after her.
It
Adota.
was Queen, Hillman, Fancam, Park.
Hillman. Nelson Adota Hillman. For whatever reason, Line Star likes Hillman. I don't really get it. I probably won't even have her in my lineup. But she is the backup to Monique Billings. If Billings goes out there, gets in early foul trouble, that's more meant for Hillman to see. But, you know, them waters are muddy over there in Atlanta. They can fucking go to LA. They can go to Ileana. But for right now, those are the two that I'm looking at for FanDuel. So for me, I'll prioritize Nelson Adota. And after that, it's Hillman. But I would just try to get Nelson Adota and just leave everything else alone, honestly.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We are gonna wrap it up. We actually streamed for over 2 hours today. 2 hours. Harris, Taysha Harris, Burton, or Durr, most confident one. All right, last question. I think that's gonna be Burton, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one right there.
I mean, so I say Burr. So Durr would be your GPP if you're okay with either
Durr
I'm gonna
for
win
sure.
everything or I'm gonna lose everything. Burton, I'm not Burton or Burton. That's gonna be your safety because she's going to start with no Dangerfield. She can at least safely get you. I'll give her maybe 10 to 15 like as a floor for her today because she's gonna have to play minutes regardless. Like her and Sims are gonna split it, but she is the more talented two of the two, defense, offensive wise, and she can actually stroke it from deep. So that is your safe one right there. Taisha Harris with Carrington coming back, that's gonna eat into those minutes. Not as safe and not as guaranteed. Right there with that, unless you're predicting the blowout, but it would be Burton, Durr, Harris.
Yeah, like that.
All right, y'all. We are getting out of here. Check for everything. Check the social medias. Check the links down in the description below. Like he said, he's about to go eat. I'm about to take a nap before I got to go to work and get kids from school. We out of here.